Today I'll be going over the best budget player at every single position in Season 4 of MLB The Show 23. So basically, if you're no money spent, this will allow you to build just a really good team with some cards that I'm going to suggest in this video. And the rules for this are all these cards are going to be worth 15 to 25,000 stubs, anywhere in that range. And then I'm going to keep it to set 3 and 4 cards just because those are the only cards that are currently eligible in ranked right now. And for most of these positions, I probably will suggest a couple different players just so you guys have good options to choose from. If you don't like my first suggestion, I will give you guys another option to choose from. So if you guys enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with videos. But let's go ahead and get right into the budget squad I'm going to show you guys, starting off with catcher. And there weren't many good cheap options, so I just went with this set 3 Will Smith right here. I'm obviously not going over program cards that you can grind for from all of the programs, just cards that you can buy for cheap. So there might be 1 or 2 good options that you get just from grinding programs, but this is a cheap Will Smith going for like 18, 19K, not too bad. And the dude can rake, right? Very, very good hitting stats. 67 speed for a catcher is actually pretty good too. Good fielder as well. So really solid all-around option there at Will Smith at a very affordable price. Now, I know I said I was not going to include program players, but Willie Stargell is actually technically a program player because he's from the Pennant Chase program, but he is in one of the packs, and just because he is going for quick sell value, I had to include him because this is probably one of the better value choices here of all the cards I'm going to mention, just because he's literally going for quick sell value. And look at the hitting stats right here. Maxed out power, maxed out clutch, really good contact as well. First base, he doesn't need too much speed. You want ideally a little more than 44, but you have him to hit and to rake for you, and he's going to do exactly that. Really good card right there. Really like that Willie Stargell there at first base. And just another second option would be this Castellanos. Does have that secondary of first base. I'm going to mention him later, probably in the either right fielder or left fielder spot as well. So you can play him in either spot. Maybe corner outfielder for Castellanos makes a little more sense, but that's completely up to you. But then going on to second base right here, Marcus Semien, pretty good card right here. I mean, just really good all around, right? The power against lefties is a little bit low, but I mean, everything else, diamond defense, good speed. He's got really good contact, maxed out clutch. So he's got pretty much everything you want. Good power against righties too. That's 104 is not bad. Solid vision. Just that power against lefties is his one weak area, but he's going for like 22K right now. So, not too bad in Marcus Semien right there. And then just another option who's, again, going for quick sell value because he's from the Career Tribute program right there. But this Moustakas is not bad. He's super slow. So if you don't like slow players, I would not get him. But at the same time, the dude can absolutely rake. So if you want another lefty in your lineup, just a super cheap price. If you guys don't want to spend much, you can literally get him for like 10 or 11K. And then Paul DeJong at shortstop right here is, a really good card. Great against righties and, diamond defense. Not bad speed. The clutch is a little bit low. That's the one thing I will say about this card. Vision 88 could be a little bit better. Clutch a little bit low, but overall, a pretty good all-around card, in my opinion. And you could put in a buy order for DeJong for like 17, 18K right now. So not too bad right there. If Paul DeJong does not do it for you, though, Ernie Banks is a good option. He's an XP reward path player, and he's going to keep going down in price because as we get further into the season, at the very end of the season, he probably will be, pretty much down to quick sell value, right? And I mean, this Ernie Banks is just a really solid overall card right here. All of his hitting stats are going to be in the mid 100s, right? Like, it's not going to be 125 necessarily, but it's in, the 112 to 115 range for pretty much everything. Diamond defense, the speed, not great for a shortstop, right? 58, but everything else is really solid. And 58, get that up to 60 something. Not awful, I guess, but just another option there at short. And then third base, Manny Machado. And Manny Machado, another Season 4 XP reward path player. Again, similar price to Ernie Banks right there. And I think he'll keep going down in value a little bit more as more people unlock these boss cards. But yeah, Manny Machado, really good against righties. solid against lefties, not outstanding, but, good enough, I think. Clutch, 111. Diamond defense, we know Machado has that diamond defense always. And then, again, 58 speed. Not outstanding, but, you're getting him for the hitting, the defense, and he's going to provide you with all of that for sure. And then just one more option at third base. This card's really cheap. And it's really good, actually. Another lefty, just really solid all around. Really good contact, clutch, defense, and a little bit faster than Machado at 78 speed right there. And then, a little bit good enough power, I think, right? It's not going to blow you away. He's not going to mash home runs every other at bat, but he's solid, and he's only like 12, 13K right there, Alex Gordon. Or you can pick him up for could probably put a buy order in for even 11,000 right now. And then moving on though to left field, and this card is crazy good. I mean, maxed out contact and clutch, right? Diamond defense, that fielding is a little suspect at 74, but diamond defense, 67 speed. So obviously you're going to play him in left, not center. And then, he's super, super cheap. You could probably pick him up for like 16K. Really good value because this card is like outstanding. Just look at its hitting stats, diamond defense, 67 speed, I think is good enough for a corner outfield spot. And that's where I would play him. And then Buck O'Neil would be another option for left field. Also first base if you want, right? Basically maxed out contact, also maxed out clutch, really good speed, diamond defense, and just his one weakness would be that power against righties, but everything else he's going to give you, and really good card right here, all around. Just a little bit low on that power, like I said, but cheap, 13, 14K for Buck O'Neil, so super cheap and just a really good card. So highly recommend. I mean, if you don't get him for a corner outfield spot, get him at first base or something. He's a really good card. And then center field though, Curtis Granderson, and another lefty bat. Probably pick him up for 14, 15K, super cheap. And he's got quirks, dead red, bad ball hitter. He's got a few good ones. And then, just one of those other cards that's just really solid all around. Nothing, but his power is really, really good, though. So I guess I'm wrong by saying nothing like outstanding necessarily, but that power is very good. Just super solid all around. Diamond defense, 81 speed. Ideally, you do want a little bit faster than 81 in center, but I think that'll, you can get that up. That's only at P1, so you can get that up a little bit more. Good center field option right there in Curtis Granderson. Then moving on to right field, there's a ton of good options here. Stanton is one of them, Season 4 XP Reward Path. I think he will keep going down in price as well. And this Stanton, we all know what he can do at the plate, but this Stanton with the diamond defense, 70 speed is crazy. I mean, we haven't seen anything like him, so I would recommend either right or left for Stanton. Another good cheap right field option, Miguel Sano. You can pick him up for literally 14K if you put in a buy order, and the dude can mash. I mean, at P5, he's basically going to be fully maxed out with hitting. He's got a 99 arm out there in right field or wherever you want to play him. 63 speed is good enough, I think, for a right fielder. And then Jock is another option, another card that can absolutely mash. He's going to hit a lot of home runs for you, right? Maxed out power, maxed out clutch, and then he does only go for like 14K as well. Also for DH, any of these extra players I've mentioned in the video that you didn't put in your lineup, you could DH. One of those right fielders I just went over would be a very good option. Like if you're starting Stanton, you can go ahead and DH Sano or, vice versa, whatever it is. So very good DH options right there that I just went over as well. But then moving on to starting pitching, and then we got another program player from the Pennant Chase program right here from one of the packs, and quick sell value, Madison Bumgarner, and I mean, really good stamina, really good hit per 9, maxed out clutch, solid BB9. Looking at his pitches right here, he's got good differentials between all of his pitches, really. 94 on the fastball, not going to overwhelm you necessarily, but then takes a little bit off the cutter and the sinker, and then he's got the sweeper, and then, the sweeper at 79, but the changeup at 84. So pretty good differentials between the pitches, and the pitches I think are also pretty solid in itself as well. So good option there. And again, quick sell value. But then Nestor is a little more expensive at 18. You know, you could probably get him for 18K right there. And yeah, just a really good, again, with his pitches, solid pitch mix, in my opinion, and good differentials, right? He's got 93 on the fastball, takes a little bit off on the cutter at 88. He's got the slurve at 77 and the circle change at 82, along with the sinker there. And really good hit per 9, right? 116 to start off, and you know, get that up even more. Really good card right there, Nestor Cortez, and again, he is probably 18, 19K, so not awful. And yeah, just another good option. But then a set 3 option that's, yeah, and I don't know, seems overlooked because he's 13K, is Aaron Nola right here. You know, 117 hit per 9, really good maxed out pitching clutch as well. Good enough BB9 too. And then yeah, looking at his pitches, another guy with good pitch mix right here. You know, he's got that 6 mile per hour difference between that fastball and the cutter. He also has that changeup and then knuckle curve to go along with that. Pretty good differentials, good pitch mix, and again, that 117 hit per 9. You can get all the way up to 122, so that's really, really good as well. That's going to round out the starting pitcher. So then moving on to relievers right here, we got Kenley Jansen and other program players going for quick sell value, and another player with, I mean, this is a reliever with 5 pitches, so that's really good. I value that. And then, yeah, 125 hit per 9, 125K per 9, 125 pitching clutch, and then, you know, still a pretty solid BB9 to go along with that. So really like Jansen, and he is quick sell value, so that just makes it even better. And up to this point, I feel like I've kind of glossed over it, but a lot of these pitchers I'm mentioning also have very good control, so don't be scared away if they're not, you know, the hardest throwers. Very good control on a lot of these cards. Doval is a little bit of a harder thrower, though, and he's super cheap. You know, get him for like 14, 15K. He has outlier on that cutter, and that pitch is nasty. And to go along with that, he's got 125 completely maxed out hit per 9 at P5. We'll have maxed out pitching clutch. Lower BB9, so you got to be careful with that, but really good stuff at least from Doval. He's a little bit more of that hard thrower with that cutter, you know, hitting triple digits with that outlier. And then one final relief pitcher option. I wanted to give you guys a lefty option for your bullpen. Around 17,000 is what you can buy him for, so not too bad right there. And for a reliever, yes, that hit per 9 is a little bit lower than you'd want at 109, but maxed out pitching clutch, really good BB9, and then good pitch. I mean, look at the pitch differentials, right? He's got that 4-seam fastball touching 94, screwball at 74, circle change at 80, can take a little bit off with the slider as well, and the sinker. So good pitch mix, 5 pitches right there. But regardless, just a really solid lefty option for the pen. But otherwise, that's the team. That is the budget team for Season 4. Hope you guys did enjoy, find this video helpful right here. If you did, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. But otherwise, I appreciate all of you guys for sticking around to the end. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.